Hey, this video is about Amazon FBA mindset. In this video, I want to share 7 points that help me with my mindset on Amazon FBA and generally as being an entrepreneur. These points in mindset help me go through the struggles of an entrepreneur. They help me go through every day being more productive, being more effective, and generally having fun with this journey. So now I want to share them with you in order for you to have better life as an entrepreneur. Now, my name is Vova. I'm an active seller on Amazon. Been selling there since late 2016. On my channel here on YouTube, I share different tips, tricks, and hacks that help you succeed as an Amazon FBA seller. So if you're in this niche, if you like the idea, if you like my videos, consider subscribing to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell because YouTube does not notify you. And thank you very much. So let's get to the points. And point number 1 would be start with the end in mind. Now I'll explain you exactly what I mean by that. On the screen right now is going to appear a paper, and on the paper I have my old goals for 2017. Now I started selling in late 2016 and I wrote a kind of a step-by-step goal. It's more of a general step-by-step goal. I broke it even deeper on my computer though, but this one was a paper that was constantly near my bed. I saw this every day, and this is called starting with the end in mind. What I mean by that, so if you're just starting selling on Amazon, for example, and you're like, well, I'm just gonna put a few products on a platform and see how it goes, right? This is fine, this might work. But once you're more clear about your goal, once you outline the goal in more of a step-by-step fashion like I did on this paper, let me show you it again here on the screen, then it's going to be much easier for you to understand. And also, once you start with the end in mind, you kind of can start from the end and go backwards to the beginning, to where you are right now. And it's going to be much easier for you. Now, I have another exercise for you that might help you with the end in mind mindset, so to say. And this is even more deeper. This is for you as a person. So let's imagine one cool thing. Imagine that right now you're in some place, it's a really nice sunny day, it's quiet, there's a little nice wind, and you know it's a pleasant day, and this day is day of your funeral. You recently died, and now people are gathered and they are burying you, which might sound a bit weird or creepy, but that's what you should imagine right now. Now, what you should do next is you need to imagine what are the people are going to be saying about you. On this funeral are going to be your friends, going to be your family, maybe your kids, your grandkids, your employees. And then think of what each of them would tell about you as a person. So how did you treat your employees? Were you a generous person? What did you achieve? Right? So this also is starting with the end in mind, but in a more powerful way, because you go all the way to the end of your life actually. And then you can start with the end in mind of which kind of person you were. This is even deeper than just the Amazon FBA part, but this is very, very important, and this one really helped me understand who I am, because then you can see your values, you can see what actually drives you. So think about your employees, for example, your family or some other social circles, your friends. What would they tell about you? What kind of friend you were? Were you a friend that was trustworthy or not? So this exercise would also help you. Now, getting to point number 2 is you must constantly learn as an entrepreneur, as an Amazon FBA seller, because the system constantly changes, the market changes, and you gotta adjust. If you don't do that, then you're set for probably for failure and not for success. So you must constantly learn. Let me break the point number 2 into 3 minor points. So point number 1 would be books. Books have a lot of information gathered for generally not big price. You can buy a book from Amazon, you can buy ebooks or hardcover books from Amazon. Sometimes it's lifelong wisdom packed in a book, and it depends on which books you read. Of course, if you're an entrepreneur, you should read more of entrepreneurial books, more of mindset books. So this is a great way to access cheap and very, very powerful information. I do recommend you reading, and you've probably seen all these statistics of how many books does an average CEO read. I don't know if it's true, but you should aim to those 50 books a year. Maybe it sounds crazy to you right now, but once you get to reading that much, it's actually fun and you learn much faster. Yes, of course, it's like a person who works like 8 hours per day and the person works 16 hours per day. You know, he's gonna achieve in 6 months what the other one is gonna achieve in a year. So same with the books, pretty much. That would be point number 1. Point number 2 would be free information. You can learn free information from YouTube, from free podcasts around the world, and they're all scattered free. Now, I have some videos for you in the description of this video where I share some practical Amazon FBA channels that also share good information about Amazon that I watch myself, and they are trustworthy. So check them out in the description. With 2 videos there. I have 2 videos that I created in this team. You can check out these guys. They do provide you good information. Learn from YouTube. There's a lot to learn about mindset, about Amazon FBA, about many things, about human relationship, about psychology, whatnot. You have everything in 2020, and it's going to become even more of a thing. Free information is all around. You just need to access it, learn how to access it, and maybe it's not through YouTube. You can use how to, for example, how to get reviews on Amazon, how to develop my mindset, how to wake up early in the morning, how to is the keyword, and you continue. This way you can learn. And different podcasts. I have one podcast for you as an Amazon FBA sellers. I recommend you the Serious Sellers podcast. I'm going to link it in the description as well. This is a podcast by Helium where many serious sellers come and share their experience, and it's pretty good. So this would be point number 2 of point number 2. Point number 3 would be courses. Now, there's general hate towards courses, towards gurus, and I do see where the hate is coming from. And I'll tell you this: if your guru does not deliver on what he's saying, and you're paying him money, then of course you're gonna be mad, right? But if you pay money and you get something that you were promised, and sometimes you get even more, then your guru is doing fine, right? Because courses are, this normal form of education. There are free courses, yes, and there are also paid courses that you can take advantage of. Now, I have a free course for you on this channel. I'm gonna link it here in the card and in the description of this video as well. This is a full listing optimization course where I will teach you how to optimize listings, finding the right keywords, how to do the copywriting, what are the right images. I teach you everything. It's a free course, no upsells. It's going to be in the description. It's called Helium Listing Optimization Course. This is an example for a free course where you can learn, but also you can learn from paid courses. You can start learning Amazon FBA through a paid course. For example, there's the Freedom Ticket by Helium or by Kevin Kane, which is now part of Helium. For example, once you join Helium, you get access to a full A to Z Amazon FBA course called the Freedom Ticket. I have more information about this in a video that I'm going to link here in the card and also in the description of this video, where I explain you everything that this course included and that's this promotion includes. So that's little point number 3 of point number 2. Next thing is think long term. It's point number 3. Now it's kind of connected to point number 1, with start with the end in mind, but what I mean with think long term is more of, look, Amazon FBA is not a get rich scheme. It's just a business. It's a business where you buy products and you sell products. That's it. There's no magical button. There's no secret sauce or whatever. You gotta set yourself for long term, because if you are somebody who's just starting your first business on Amazon, you never had any previous business experience, then be expecting to invest a few years in this. You're right, because and also if you're not starting with huge amounts of money that you can invest and therefore pull out as a salary, so to say, in the beginning you have to reinvest a lot of money, because that's the way it's going to be in the beginning. And if you haven't had any business previously, then it's not going to be easy. Obviously, it's going to be harder for those people who already have experience in business and playing with money, yes, but still you have to think long term. So if you're starting right now, don't think I'll come here and be making money in 3 months. I mean, yes, you can be making money in 3 months, but rather think of it as a business that you're going to be developing throughout a few years, that will constantly grow. Again, start with the end in mind, but think a bit more longer, not into 3 months. Think maybe a few years, right? You can even think deeper, you can think longer, but definitely it's not a get rich quick scheme. Amazon FBA is not like that. I mean, maybe some people have really fast successes here, and there are some of these, but I guess most of the people will just take time to get their share of success, and that's pretty cool. Which leads me to point number 4. You gotta accept failure and learn from it. So as an entrepreneur, as an Amazon FBA seller, you're gonna encounter lots of failures, and that's totally normal. Depends on how you get to accept it. For example, you failed with a product launch. There are 2 options. You can either cry, you can go depressed about this, or you can accept this, learn from it, see which mistakes you did, and then execute it in order to launch better next time. No, there's no problem crying, and better not be depressed, obviously, yes. If that's the way for you, it's all right, as long as you still continue pushing, so to say. But accepting the failure, something happened, you accepted it, you saw that you failed, you accepted, yes, I did fail. You're gonna say to yourself, I failed here, I understand what I did this, this, and this. How can I do it better next time? I will do this, this, and that. Okay, this will build your mindset much better, and you will be failing. That's normal. You will fail with products, you will fail with tests, you will fail with launches. There's nothing guaranteed in this sphere of e-commerce and generally in life. So you failed, all right, accept it, see how you learn from it, execute it better next time. Now, next point will be, don't complain if you fail or if it's hard, which is kind of connected to point number 4, but look, complaining about whatever you're doing is not good. I mean, you can share your struggles. It's normal. It's not complaining. Sharing the struggles, asking for an ear to listen to you is totally normal. But if you're a complainer, somebody who just complains how hard it is, how impossible it is, and many people who haven't even started tend to complain about things, and that's not gonna take you anywhere. So better not complain. Just if you're going through hardships, and you will go, it's gonna be a challenge for you being an entrepreneur, an Amazon FBA seller. Share your struggles with like-minded people. You can share it with me. You feel free to message me all the time. You can always comment in the comments down below. It's totally normal. There's also a Facebook group that we have for Amazon FBA sellers. I'm also going to link you in the description. Share your thoughts there. It's fine. We're in this together. We're sellers from different parts of the world, and we're doing this together. I mean, eventually, as a community, we want to grow. I like seeing others succeed. Like, for me, it's important when I get a message like, hey, thanks for your advice, man. Like, I'm making more money now. I mean, I'm fulfilling, whatever I wanna create, achieve. That makes me very happy. So that's awesome. So share your things, and again, do not complain. And if you haven't even started, then complaining is also like, what are you complaining about? You haven't even started the journey, really, so do not complain too much. Which leads me to the next point. You gotta surround yourself with people who want you to succeed, and generally with people who want to succeed. So it's like two things in one point number 6. So what do I mean by that? What do I mean by people who want you to succeed and people who want to succeed? So people who want you to succeed is those people who are going to be surrounding you and pushing you forward. They're going to be, in your hard times, they're gonna tell you, like, keep going, man, keep going, you have it. You know this kind of people, right? You have these friends. Hopefully, if you do not have these friends, then you should again be active more in groups, share your things. You will make friends there, because, for example, I come from a really small town in Israel, and like we have 30,000 people there. When I started e-commerce, there were not many people doing that. Actually, I would say none, except my business partner. We were together in this, like 2 of us pretty much. It was hard because I couldn't share it with anyone, and with the people who I did share it with, who were not in this kind of journey. Again, some were, some were still very supportive. They would say, like, yeah, man, awesome, you're starting something new, good luck to you, that was great. But some were on the opposite side. They tried to talk me out of it. They tried to kind of, they weren't too supportive, but even somewhere on the negative side. Some of them were my friends, and maybe they were doing that from a place of love, because they think like, oh wow, dude, you're investing big amounts of money, like, aren't you afraid? Maybe it's gonna fail. They would send me like articles how Amazon is going down, right? So, and I still love them, because I understand that they were not coming from a point of where they want to ruin it for me. No, I believe they just wanted to help me in a way to kind of not to fail in a way, right? But I would suggest you to surround yourself with people who want you to succeed. Like, I'm a part of a mastermind right now. We have a mastermind every Tuesday where I meet up with 3 other friends from Canada, and we report on goals. We create new goals for each week. We support each other. We share struggles. We share successes. It's a pretty cool mastermind, and we started doing that, like 6 months ago, maybe more. I would recommend you to get into a mastermind with time as well, because it's a game changer, guys. I feel great when I talk with these guys. I feel awesome because we're on the same boat. We share the same things, and we're pushers. We push each other not to give up. So again, this point is surround yourself with people who want you to succeed and people who want to succeed. And those who want to succeed, those are people who are entrepreneurs themselves, who want different kind of lifestyle. They want a different kind of life. They want to be Amazon FBA sellers. Depends on your niche, right? You can be, for example, if you are not an Amazon FBA seller, not an entrepreneur, maybe you're a football player, then you got to surround yourself with football players who speak about football, who want to score goals, who want to, play the game, right? So that's the same about Amazon FBA. So this is point number 6. And point number 7, the last point, is do not drift. And what is drifting? What do I mean by do not drift? Drifting is doing drugs, negative thoughts, procrastination, alcohol, which is kind of, going back to drugs. And I wouldn't tell you that I'm completely out of my drifting. No, I also drift, right? So let me give you an example of drifting. So for example, right, you have to sit and create the bullet points and the title for your product. You need to do the keyword research, and you need to write this information. But you tend to drink alcohol, and you like the sofa, and the beer bottle calls you, and the sofa calls you, and you're like, well, let me just open the cold one, and you sit and you've drifted again. The problem with drifting, that many times you drift for long times, and it's just not good. Or procrastination can be deadly. You can procrastinate. I know it's kind of procrastination became this maybe, you know, maybe a very used word, right? But it's true. People procrastinate. I procrastinate as well. You know, I drift as well. You know, it can be party as well. Sometimes when I need to do something, I still want to party, and sometimes instead of doing this, I go to party. Yes, I'm also a human being. I also have my mistakes, but you gotta realize that. Okay, this kind of point is connected to all the points. You gotta realize your weaknesses. You gotta realize what you're weak at. You gotta accept it. You gotta accept that you're weak at this point. You gotta accept that you are failing somewhere, that you're drifting somewhere. And then again, you go to the part where you try to fix it. You think, okay, so yeah, for example, somebody who drinks alcohol. It's like, all right, so yeah, I do drink alcohol. Now that I analyze myself, I drink alcohol every week, for example. I accept it, right? You gotta get to that. I know it's hard. Sometimes you gotta accept things that are not too comfortable, but you accept it. You realize that. You're like, okay, so how do I fix it in order not to drift? In order for my Amazon FBA business, for example, to be more successful, more fruitful, so invest more time in it. How do I take it from there? Of course, it's we all have our weaknesses. It can be different. It can be movie series. It can be movies. It can be whatever. You need to find your own weaknesses and your own drifting. Now, there's a very great book that is called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. I will link it in the description down below as well. This book will help you with the drifting. It will explain you what drifting is all about, and hopefully will help you succeed and stop drifting. Now, up here you're gonna find playlists that is connected to all my Amazon FBA videos. I'm an Amazon FBA seller, as I mentioned. You can check it out and see all the videos that I have there. Go watch them now. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it's gonna be helpful for your mindset, and appreciate that. Subscribe, hit the bell. See you in my next video.